Well, I mean, heck, what a morning. At 6 o'clock last night, when we knew something was coming, tuned in, saw Michelle Dewberry announce the news here on GB News last night. What a shock.
It was a shock.
Actually, a real shock.
Devastating, actually. Yeah, I don't know how she did that video.
No.
I don't know how she did it, because it's one thing to be told you've got cancer and to have to deal with it and to have to tell your family, and she went into that, didn't she, about telling the children in an appropriate way and all of that. But then to sit there and...
deliver it.
Yeah, to deliver that is very, very difficult. Very difficult. I wonder how many takes, I was going to say. I wonder how many takes it took to get her through it.
I don't
She managed
know.
to keep a straight face, but...
She did, but she looked like she was wavering once or twice. And I'm going to be honest, I think she looks pale.
She does look
I think
pale
she looks
and thin.
But if she's undergoing chemotherapy, then she will be. So it was a shocker last night. John's been in touch already this morning. Hi, John, saying, I'm absolutely stunned. I'm a 52-year-old ex-soldier and I'm weeping. Chin up, girl. Our stunningly beautiful princess will be OK.
Yes, I mean, that's something that we've all got to hope for and cling on to, and I think anyone watching at the moment who's been through cancer knows that being told you've got cancer is devastating. And sadly for some people it's really bad news. But in most cases now, it is not the death sentence it used to be at all. My best friend, at the same age as Kate, at about 41, was told that she had cancer, and we all thought we were going to lose her. 35 years later, she's going strong.
Fit and strong.
Brilliant. She's had a tough time, but my goodness, she's still around.
And things have changed a lot in the last 35
Ever
years.
so, yeah. So Kate will be getting the very best medicine, as it were. But what she needs now is support and love and time. Yes,
well, it's all about giving her that time. And I think it's worth stressing that we don't want to invade anybody's privacy here this morning. It's about reporting on what has been said, but we're not going to over-speculate on what it might be or any more detail. You know, they've released what they want to release.
It's none of our business now.
No, it's not. And she said what she said, but it was a shocking moment last night, and if you missed it, this is what happened.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. This, of course, came as a huge shock. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay. As I've said to them, I am well. And getting stronger every day by focusing on the things that will help me heal in my mind, body and spirits. Having William by my side is a great source of comfort and reassurance too, as is the love, support and kindness that has been shown by so many of you. It means so much to us both. We hope that you'll understand that as a family, we now need some time, space and privacy while I complete my treatment. My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
It just seems so typical of her, actually, that she rounds it off by talking about others.
Yes.
actually. I think that's very important, but just the way she did it. I don't know, I just huge respect for her, actually.
That was not easy for her to do.
No.
It cannot have been easy at all.
God love her.
That took a lot of courage to sit there on that bench on her own and deliver a very bleak message. But as we must remember, and there will be so many people watching right now who have fought cancer and have, gone on.
Got on one.
Yeah, and you can. And that is the main thing to remember. But I think what we're all feeling at the moment is this sort of combined sense of shock.
Yeah.
And wanting to sort of almost share our shock.
Yes, I think so. And, of course, what a blow for the royal family with Catherine and the King both having treatment for cancer now. What a huge pressure on William and other members of the royal family, actually. And you've got to say, even for Harry and Meghan...
They did the decent thing
They
last
did the
night.
decent thing. They released a statement saying, we wish health and healing for Kate and the family and hope they are able to do so privately and in peace. And, whatever you think of them, it's a good statement.
That was the right thing to say, wasn't it?
Good thing to put out. Anyway, let's talk to our royal correspondent, Cameron Walker, who's in Windsor for us now, where that message was recorded. And this is a real shock for the whole family. This is going to affect everyone in the working royal family, isn't it?
Yes, Stephen, it certainly will. And of course, it's been an incredibly difficult 3 months for the royal family. 3 separate cancer diagnoses, plus, of course, the very sad death of Thomas Kingston as well. But we are now just over 12 hours on from that powerful, courageous message to the nation released by the Princess of Wales. And as you've been talking about, there's been a huge outpouring of support for her. GB News viewers and listeners last night, as we were breaking the news, were emailing in saying they were in tears at hearing the news. I think it's important to stress that the Princess remains in good spirits and is very much focused on her recovery. It's thought she is still in Windsor at Adelaide Cottage with her family. Of course, it's been a lot for her to process, and indeed a lot for her husband, William, as well, whose wife has cancer, as well as his father, and is going to have to balance his constitutional role as heir apparent and future king, as well as looking after his close family. William and Catherine's priority is understandably their 3 young children, Prince George, only 10, Princess Charlotte, 8, and Louis, 5, turning 6 next month. And they wanted to tell their children at a time that was right for them. Of course, they are now on their Easter break, and that is why it was decided that last night, was the right time for the public to be informed of the Princess's cancer diagnosis. Of course, as I've said, there's been an outpouring of support, including from His Majesty the King. A spokesperson for him said that he was proud of his beloved daughter-in-law for her courage. James Middleton, Catherine's younger brother, also said, released an Instagram post, a lovely photograph of him and Catherine as children, saying, "Over the years, we have climbed many mountains together. As a family, we will climb this one with you too." And the Duke and Duchess of Sussex also released a very short statement saying, "We wish health and healing for Kate and the family and hope they are able to do so privately and in peace." Of course, it's been a time of intense interest for the Princess of Wales. Lots of quite horrible conspiracy theories online, huge media scrutiny. And as she said in her statement, she said, "We now need some time, space and privacy to complete my treatment." The Princess is 42 years old and she will be receiving the best possible medical care. She is not expected, in fact she's not, and nor is William or the children, going to be attending the Easter Sunday service inside Windsor Castle next week. That's not happening. They're putting their family first and supporting Catherine at this difficult time.
Yes, I mean, I suppose the important thing is now that we know, it starts to make sense of the sort of reaction we've had from Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace over the last few days. It particularly starts to make sense of why Prince William pulled out of such an important engagement last week, was it? Doesn't it?
Yes, it does, Anne, and I can confirm that the reason that Prince William pulled out so last minute from King Constantine's memorial service here in Windsor a few weeks ago was because of the Princess's cancer diagnosis. Of course, the Princess, as all of us do, have the right to medical privacy. She has told us that she has been diagnosed with cancer. Kensington Palace are not going to go into any further details of what cancer she has. We know that she is receiving, as she said in her statement there, preventative chemotherapy. She started receiving that at the end of February, so she's been undergoing that and continues to have that for almost a month now. In terms of how long is she going to be receiving treatment and when are we going to be seeing her back again on public duties, there's no time frame set on that. When she went in for abdominal surgery, Kensington Palace said that she would not be returning to public duties until after Easter. I suspect that timeline perhaps has changed, but I am getting the sense from talking to people within Kensington Palace that if the Princess feels well enough and able, and there's a very specific engagement she's really keen to go to, that's not been ruled out. So there could be sporadic engagements here and there where the Princess decides to attend, but as to coming back as a full-time member of the royal family, at the moment she is focused very much on recovery and her cancer treatment.
OK, Cameron, for now, thank you. Back to you a little bit later on. We've talked about the reaction there's been. Let's just run through some more of those responses that there have been. As we've already referred to, Buckingham Palace released a statement saying the King is proud of Catherine for speaking as she did and that both their Majesties will continue to offer love and support for the whole family through this difficult time.
And then the Prime Minister shared his support for the Waleses, saying, I know I speak for the whole country in wishing her a full and speedy recovery.
Leader of the Opposition, Sir Keir Starmer, sends the Princess his best wishes on behalf of the Labour Party and says she will be in thoughts and prayers as she progresses through her treatment.
Princess Kate's brother, James Middleton, shared a powerful message on Instagram telling his beloved sister, we will climb this mountain with you, Kate.
And GB News spoke to the actress Dame Joan Collins as well last night.
Well, I think we're all going to pray for her. And I think that she is going to survive. She's going to come out of this feeling strong. She's young. And I think that she was very, very brave to make the announcement herself. Very brave. Very unusual for a royal to do that. And I have great admiration for her as a woman, as a person.
Oh, lovely message from Joan Collins there. I think everybody is feeling like they want to. If you want to share, please get in touch. gbviews@gbnews.com, because I think everybody just feels that they want to say something, they want to reach out. And I think particularly at the moment of Prince William and the stresses and strains on him.
It's a lot on his shoulders.
Because, he lost his grandmother. The Queen, Elizabeth. Then his father is diagnosed with cancer. Now his wife is diagnosed with cancer. And he doesn't have his brother around. One would have hoped maybe that if times had been different, he would have been able to lean on his brother. And I just wonder, because Kate will be leaning on him, and he will feel that he has to sort of keep everything going. He has to be the rock at the moment. But who's going to be his rock? I just wonder how did you get through cancer if you've had to go through the same sort of fight that Kate is now facing? Who was your rock? What would your advice to Prince William be at the moment? How to keep going and how to be that unifying sort of person without going under yourself?
Yeah, let us know. gbviews@gbnews.com.